Which case inspire the headline? 1, 2, or 3? Houston, we know we're part of a problem. Help us figure out.
Case 1.
Listen, we need to talk about what happened at the cafe today.
What? I just said the coffee was too bitter and the price was unfair.
Bitter or not, you finished it, didn't you?
Yeah, but still, $5 for a small cup? Come on.
Overpriced? Do you even know what minimum wage is? Or how much rent costs for someone working in places like that?
Not exactly, but isn't that on the owners? Why should I pay for their bad wages?
Because the workers don't set the prices. Do you think they get to decide how much the coffee costs?
No, but they're part of it, right? Isn't that unfair to me as the customer?
Listen, fairness goes both ways.
But Dad, wouldn't it?
Hold that. I'm not finished. Would you want someone nitpicking your paycheck or tips? Complaining that you don't deserve what you're paid?
I guess not, but what about the owners? Shouldn't they take responsibility?
Absolutely. But here's the thing. You can't fix the system by refusing to pay. All you're doing is hurting the workers trying to survive within it.
I didn't think about it that way.
I know you didn't, and that's okay. But next time, think before you speak. These workers are trying to get by, just like anyone else. Paying what's charged isn't just about the coffee, it's about respect.
All right. I'll try.
Good. I hope to never hear you again complain about how you're being taken advantage of because of the too.
All right, I said I'll try. Can't promise, though.
Case 2.
Can you believe they added a mandatory gratuity to our bill?
Seriously. After those already overpriced sandwiches.
Exactly. We're paying premium prices with the assumption that employees are fairly compensated. Adding gratuity feels like they want us to be free sponsors of their venture.
It's like they're double dipping. We pay for the food, and then we're expected to cover their payroll, too.
It's so excluding. Not everyone can afford these hidden costs. It makes eating out feel like a luxury only for the few.
Yeah, it's unfair. If they paid their staff decent wages, we wouldn't have to supplement their income.
And the worst part is, they make you feel guilty if you don't tip extra on top of the gratuity.
Right? It's like emotional blackmail.
You know, by paying these added fees, we're basically funding their business model without any say.
Exactly. We're not investors, we're just customers wanting a decent meal without the aftertaste of resentment.
Well put. Maybe we should fold this place from our list.
Agreed. Time to get rid of overpriced cafes that guilt trip us.
Let's find a spot that values customers without sneaky charges.
For instance, that new bistro downtown. I've heard they pay their staff well and don't push gratuities.
Sounds perfect. Let's give it a try and stop by this weekend.
Case 3.
I don't recall ever being this hopeless, Can't believe we're being charged more than we make an hour for lunch, especially working here.
I know exactly what you mean, but quite frankly, what's the surprise? Prices go up but not our salaries. $2.13 an hour since 1991. Outrageous.
I'm just tired, Can't afford the rent, take a day off. Tell my kids I will and honor what I say. I'm just tired of putting up with so much.
Same here. What hurts me the most is having clients sitting here, having a good time and not seeing us, as if everything they drink or eat magically comes floating because they solely chose it from the menu, and they don't see us.
And you know what's worse? And it's not just us. I overheard a customer yesterday saying how hard it is to take their family out for a meal. The dad was a breadwinner, juggling bills, and this expensive dinner. They have what I dreamed of, yet I can still relate.
Yeah, I see it all the time. Families come in, trying to enjoy themselves, but you can tell they're calculating every penny.
It's tough on both sides, isn't it? We need better wages to survive, but customers are already struggling to pay these prices.
Exactly. They're not the ones deciding our pay, and yet they're the ones footing the bill when prices go up.
And then we're told to rely on tips, but not everyone can afford to tip generously. It feels like we're all stuck in the same cycle.
Exactly. They're not the ones deciding our pay, and yet they're the ones footing the bill when prices go up.
Imagine that. Workers with dignity and families with less stress. Sounds like a dream, doesn't it?
Yeah, together if the clientele joined our cause, maybe we'd have the changes we dream of.
I can't take this much longer.
Neither can I.
Which case inspired the headline? 1, 2, or 3?